guys, welcome to my channel. Today is a stitch with me, and as you can see I'm working on this one from One Day Saving. So how are you all? Hope you're all well. I'm good. I've got dentist today. I hate dentists, but I hate dental pain more than I hate the dentist, so I'd rather go. But touch wood, wood, there we go. My teeth have been okay for the past, I don't know now. I can't remember when I went last time. But it's all been good since then anyway. No problems. Yeah. So it'll be another 6 months from today if everything's good at the dentist today, which I hope. The kids are good. Riley's waiting for all his baby teeth to finally, I think there's maybe a couple left. One, maybe two. He's got to wait for them to fall out before the orthodontist will see him about braces. Must be a truck out the back. I apologise if you can hear that. It does get quite loud. But yeah, I wasn't actually aware until the dentist pointed it out a couple of years ago. I think that's a dot, isn't it? It's not pink. I'm going to have to check the thing. Yeah, Riley has white patches on his teeth. And I happened to mention it to the dentist, and she said, was his birth stressful? Stressful wasn't even in it. I laughed and, you know, oh, this doesn't even match, does it? Oh, what's B? Is B the one? Yes, so B's number 12. So that's not a dot then. Okay. Yeah, he had these white patches on his teeth. And then when I said, yes, his birth was stressful, she said, well, a stressful birth can cause a condition. Now, I can't for the life of me remember what his condition was called. But it causes, the stressful birth causes these white patches on his teeth. And it means that his teeth aren't necessarily as good as ours. He's more prone to decay and stuff, so that has to be kept an eye on. Yeah, I didn't even know that a stressful birth can cause a tooth problem. Talking of that, a YouTube short popped up on my phone last night, and it was about, oh, what do they call it? Was it natal teeth? Something like that, babies that are born with a full set of teeth. And it showed you this lady who's just given birth to a little girl, and she has a perfect full set of teeth. And I just, wow, just, I've never seen it in my life, but wow. Yeah. So I apologise about Sunday. I'll wait till after dinner. I'll get the Sunday dinner, the roast and everything out the way, washed up, dried up, you know. And then I'll wait for a little while for my dinner to go down. And then, usually about an hour or two after, I'll do my floss tube. Now, right before dinner, I already felt the onset of the headache. Took ibuprofen. Didn't touch it, so I thought, oh my gosh, here we go, it's going to be a full-blown migraine. Which, touch wood, thankfully it didn't. I'm not sure if that's because I took the painkillers early on, that it just stopped it progressing into a migraine. But yeah, as the afternoon went on, my eyes were hurting, and it was just, I couldn't have done a video, so I'm sorry about that. But I did put a notice up. Well, I know you guys seen it because a few of you commented just making sure I was okay and just rest. Monday was a bit, it was like, I think they call it a migraine hangover, don't they? If you've had a migraine and then like the next day you just feel really groggy, and that's all it was on Monday. It wasn't the headache, it was just the tiredness, the fatigue, and just, yeah, so I figured I'm glad I put it off till next Sunday to do my floss tube. But that means I've got plenty to show you. I purchased a pattern as well, which I will show you on Sunday. I know I said I didn't want any starts this year, and I might not, if I'm honest. I might just hang on to it and just get everything I need for it ready for next year maybe. But it's one I've been after for a little while. It is out of print. I'm not going to spoil it by telling you now, but it is an out of print one, so getting your hands on one can be challenging. But I managed to, and it only cost me £4.29 including delivery, so not bad. So I'm so excited to do that one. I was looking through my patterns as well, all the patterns I've got that I would love to do. I've started to put ones that I don't have digital versions of. I've put them in like a little folder. Oh, mind you, those I do have digital for. I just happened to print them off so I have the cover, that was all. Yeah, anyway, so I'm excited about that one. I have just this morning, I put my Q-snaps in my Lowry. Now I don't have the special adapter thing that some people do for the Lowrys. It's like a corner clamp, I think, so it's not like holding on to your bars that you clamp the fabric on with. I don't have one of those, but when I did buy the Lowry off a lady, it did come with the, what do they call it, extender bar? I'm not sure if that's what they call it. It's the wooden thing that clamps onto your scroll frame, and then that clamps into your Lowry. It works on, I only discovered this morning, I don't know why, but it clamps onto my Q-snaps better. So I've put my Q-snap in there now. Hopefully that means it won't slide anymore, because I used to clamp it on the side of my Q-snap. I'd find the Q-snap would start tilting that way if you touched it a little bit too hard, and that won't happen now that it's in that extender bar. It's a wooden clamp. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using that now, because I've just put my new Disney one in there. You know, the one with the Dalmatians, Mickey, Cinderella, all of those. My latest one, I can't remember what it's called. Do you know, I always call it Mickey as Artist, because that's what Janneke's is called. You guys, if you don't subscribe to Janneke, you should. That woman has got so much control. I envy her, because she doesn't start anything. She keeps her whips to a minimum as much as she can. I know she's started one or two more things in the last few weeks, but I believe she's only got like 9 or 10 whips. I could be wrong, but I'll put a link to her below. She's ever so lovely. I started watching one of her videos a few days ago, and then for some reason I got sidetracked and came off it and completely forgot to go back, and then it popped up again last night, so I was like, oh my gosh, I was halfway through it. I tell you, having kids, and there's always something going on. I've only got time to myself this morning because Rob's gone down Aldi with Ellie. Riley's upstairs on his VR, I assume. Tyler, he's dead to the world. Tried waking him up. He's one of these, I swear to God, you need a bomb underneath him to go off before he'll wake up. He has this really annoying alarm sound. It is so loud. I'm trying to think what kind of an alarm it is. The only thing I can really sort of say that would probably compare to it is like, you know, when you have a workplace, let's say, where you're dealing with hazardous materials, and then if you have a leak of those materials and someone hits the alarm, I would imagine it to be as loud as that. It is loud, and that doesn't wake him up very often. Like I said, that kid needs a bomb under him before he wakes up. So yeah, I've been trying to wake him this morning. Since about 8:30 actually. What are we on now? 10 is that? No, not that one. Oh yeah, we'll go back. So yeah. He's hoping to start an apprenticeship next week. Not next week. No, he's applied for an apprenticeship because he'd rather do the apprenticeship than be at college 5 days a week. Because with an apprenticeship he gets paid, so he'll still be doing the same thing. It'll still be vehicle mechanics, maintenance, whatever. But because he's already done, is it level 1 and level 2? They're going to see if they can't just put him straight in for the level 3 on the apprenticeship. He's approached a garage. They've said, look, how about in the May half term, come down, spend the week here. We'll see how we all get on, and we'll take it from there. So it's, as far as he's concerned, it's sorted with the college. They just need to finalise details, maybe. So yeah, September he could be starting his apprenticeship. What am I doing? Turn it over. He's looking forward to it because it's more hands-on. He kind of takes after me. You learn better hands-on. Oh, my scissors are over there. Hold on, guys. Let me just drag the table with my foot. Come on. Oh, I haven't put my bracelets on. I have to get the pot afterwards because it's over there. Let's get in with the strand. Last night, my other half shouted up the stairs to me, Binks has got a friend. Now, that's really unusual for Binks, as in a cat friend. When I speak to my neighbour who lives, I don't know, 4 or 5 doors, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 doors down, I had to really think about that. He feeds all the cats in the street. They're not homeless, he just brings some food out for them. And he likes spending the time with them. He is an elderly, but he loves spending time on his front porch with all these cats. So he feeds them. Now when I speak to him, he says all the cats in the street are afraid of Binks. And that makes me laugh because when he comes in the house, he is skittish. Any slight sound makes him jump. He runs. And to hear that he's feared by all the other cats in the street is hilarious. Anyway, I'm not sure where this cat has come from, but there's a new grey cat in our street, and last night he went out after tea, Binks did, and when we try and get him in, I like him in overnight. I mean, if he doesn't, he stays out, but you know, we sort of call him before we go up to bed. But I was upstairs and he shouted, Binks has got a friend, and I came downstairs. There's this grey cat and Binks in the garden actually playing together. I was so, no way. And then he wouldn't come in last night, so he stayed out overnight, and then obviously I shouted him this morning, gave him a few minutes, opened the back door. Binks is sitting there at the back door, and on my garden table, I have this wooden bench and table. The grey cat, is actually curled up on the table, just lying there looking at Binks. I assume he was waiting for him. So sweet, because Binks has never been like that. He's not even friends with Luna. He pegs Luna. I do stop him, don't get me wrong. I don't like him doing that to her. I need to check that. Because he's a bit of a naughty little so-and-so. But because she's a rescue, I worry about her because she's afraid, that's the word I'm looking for. She's, you know, little things scare her. So I try not to let him right, and below that. No, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but just lately, I don't know, she seems a little not so happy. She'll pick a corner or a windowsill that's kind of up out of the way to lie in. I mean, crikey, when it's dinner time and she knows her bowl's been moved, that's it, she's down, meowing. But any other time, she's quite quiet. She rarely goes out anymore. And I do wonder if some of that is down to Binks. He's a bossy little mare to her. But I stop him when I see him. Mind you, just lately he's been more tolerant of her. He gets in his bed on the radiator on the landing upstairs, and she lies on the box. I've got like an ottoman box on the landing too, which is next to his bed. She lies on there, so for them that's quite close. But yeah, he's a little so-and-so sometimes. But the cat, the grey cat, I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. I'd imagine a girl because Binks is quite funny when it comes to the male cats that are in the street. But yeah, that cat's very skittish too. We tried to walk slowly to take it some treats. It legged it. It wasn't very I wouldn't say not friendly, just scared. And then you think, oh, does that mean Binks is taking it under his wing, like, I'll look after you. Cats are actually quite intelligent though, aren't they? That's what they say. I haven't touched that Village Life much this week, which I'm kind of annoyed at myself about because I was doing so well on it. I want to get it finished and get it back to her now. But yeah, it's just, I've just lost the will for it the last few days. I've touched it, but, you know, it's nothing significant. It needs to be. What else have I been up to? Not a lot. I need to get the garden sorted. Rob chopped the trees last month. Not last month, the month before, because we're in May now, aren't we? He chopped the trees. We've got eucalyptus trees at the bottom of our garden, 3 big ones. And he stops them growing too tall, because we'll only get complained at by the council if we let them grow too tall, so he chops the tops off. Well, you know, our green bin has only got a certain amount of capacity, so we filled it, and then the rest of the branches and stuff got dumped at the bottom of the garden. They need chopping up now and putting in the green bin. I built a massive plant box. We did. A massive plant box which sits on the edge of our patio, which frames it really nicely, but I half filled it. No, 3/4 probably. I 3/4 filled this thing with soil and fertiliser thingy, compost, that's it. And then I never touched it again. I haven't got round to finishing filling it and putting some flowers in there. This takes me back to being a kid. I think they're called bluebells. When I used to go out, when I lived with my mum and dad, when I was young, you know, there was a forest kind of in the middle of our estate, and when you'd walk through there were tons and tons of bluebells, and I always thought they were pretty then. But I saw some in someone's garden the other day, and it took me back. So I'd like some bluebells. Some purple roses maybe, because I've got trellis plant boxes too. I don't think I'd like to put some purple roses in there. I didn't know they were a thing until I looked on Google. But I'm not sure if it's right, but I found a thing about roses. If you plant roses and you put a dye, a specific colour dye, in the soil with the water, it actually changes the colour of the petals. I don't know if that's true, but I thought, how wicked if you could actually do that. No, not that one. Yeah, you could put any colour you wanted. Oh, I love purple. And a purple rose would be awesome. It'd be nice if I could put purple roses in my one trellis plant box and yellow ones in the one next door to it. So it's my favourite one and my mum's favourite one. God, my clock ticks loudly, doesn't it? Behave. Why are you catching? There we go. No, it's only when things are silent. You can hear the clocks. I always used to hate that as a kid. You go around your mates and spend the night at theirs, and they had a clock that would tick loudly. Oh my gosh. I have always been a light sleeper, always. And a clock is terrible. It will keep me awake. I've got to be careful here, because them purple lines look a lot like my black lines when I've done the first half of the stitch. Oops. Have any of you ever experienced, you know, when you're not feeling too well and like, you know, when you feel a bit nauseous and then you get this really weird tinnitus sound in your ears when you're like feeling a little woozy? I had that last night. I just sat here and it was like I felt really weird, and I had the high-pitched hissing noise in my ears, which I usually get before I throw up, but I didn't, so it stuck with me for about an hour, 2 hours, and it was nuts. I can't see that one. Where are you? I'm above there. Next to that, there's one. Yeah, that's it. Can't wait to finish this one. It just always makes me think of my mum. I've got a lot of things that make me think about my mum. If you didn't watch the unboxing, this one, they actually chose it for me, but I think, or was it the diamond painting they chose for me? It might have been. Anyway, this one, when I was like 5, maybe 6, I remember my mum in the spare bedroom, she had the sewing machine sent to her because she wanted to work from home. Now, she was making these stuffed lambs. They sent her all the bits of fabric that she needed to sew together and the stuffing to stuff it. And then they'd come back every so often and pick them up. And the sewing machine they gave her was exactly like this. There was no flowers or anything on it, but it was exactly like this, the old Singer, attached to the table. Now, under the table, this doesn't have it, but under the table was the pedal that you kept pushing. And that's what my mum did for a few hours every day, just so she could stay at home with the kids. And I so remember that, the hours she spent in that bedroom sewing. I think she enjoyed it, but we did too. I used to watch. She was awesome. She was very much a crafter like me, but doing different things. She was a dab hand with a sewing machine. So that's 2 strands put in. Oh, where's that gone now? Oh, there it is. Okay, put them over there. Alright, so that's how much I've got done. I'm already liking it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, guys, for sitting through me chatting away and watching me stitch on this piece. I'm enjoying it already. This is not going to take me long, I can already tell. Okay, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, because we're on Wednesday already, aren't we? Yeah. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.